Is leave granted? Leave is granted.
Thank you, Mr Temporary Speaker. Let us be clear that this motion itself is nothing more than a stunt, because this government has not fulfilled its commitments that it made to the people of New South Wales at the last election. They have not spent the amount that they have promised to in the regions. The Auditor General, we've heard from several members already this morning, have spoken that that funding to our regional areas has only been 10%. The Leader of the Opposition has gone to a great deal of lengths of courage and backing in the regions with his motion around his move to make sure that the funds from the sale of the hydro scheme, that 100% of that money goes into regional New South Wales. Those on the other side of the National Party at their conference the other week, and since then, they're only promising 30%. We know from what has happened in fact in this place that we will be lucky if regional New South Wales sees 10% of that money. And they come down here, Mr Speaker, those members opposite, they have two mouths. They have the mouth that they speak in their electorates with, and they have the mouth that they speak in down here. We have seen this time and time again. They are dismissive to regional areas. I had the candidate for the Liberal Party that came to stand in my electorate against me and berated me for this supposed 16 years of Labor government. Well, I tell you, it was a golden era for Maitland. Under this government, we've been lucky to get a $51 million spend on a roundabout that is not working and was not achieving the aims that were stated by the government, that was dangerously implemented, was dangerously maintained and fixed in a failure to address that. We've got a $12 million education maintenance backlog in my electorate. I've got GIPA applications into the Minister because I can't get a meeting with him on two of my schools. The first one's come back with $540 to find out the information. The other one, the Education Department's told me they don't have the resources to find the information on what they should have been doing. Now, they want to come in here and say, Mr Speaker, that they know about regional New South Wales. Well, in the last 14 months, I've been to over 21 areas around this state, from Broken Hill to Tweed to Albury, Dubbo, Orange, Wagga Wagga, South Coast, Bomaderry, Wollongong, Central Coast, Goulburn, Queanbeyan. I have been around the state. And the people there in those towns and communities are suffering, Mr Speaker. As Shadow Minister for Small Business, I tell you, they know the truth, the small businesses. They know this is not about the regional communities. They know it's not about small business. They know it's about their big Sydney-centric companies, that is who are supporting the donors for the Liberal Party. And if you look at this, the one example you need to look at, I've heard them all talking about their hospitals, or talk about Maitland Hospital. It is one of the four left in this state that your government is going to be privatising, and that is a disgrace. Why do the people in Maitland have to fight to retain a public hospital in a community that services 70,000 people or more in the town, and then into the Upper Hunter? That is a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace, and it's an absolute sellout of the people in our regional communities. And they have not spent $1 in that hospital in that time. And in the last years of the Labor government, we got millions and millions, hundreds and thousands of millions of money spent in my electorate, and not 1 cent of any meaningful cost. We've got a $6 million sign at Metford for a hospital that they refused to make public, and a roundabout that doesn't work. That's the sum total of these jokers on the other side, what they can deliver for regional communities. And when I go around the state, Mr Speaker, that is the same answer that I get from everyone, and all of those ones in national seats. You come and have a little chat to me about what your committee is saying, because you're not listening.
The question